What's up, guys? Mr. Dan here, back again with another Wild Eye review. Today's film will be the film Bunny, which I watched on Tubi. I didn't expect to do a review of this, considering that I did receive a box of Wild Eye films, but due to my quarantining up in my room, I don't have access, ironically. I have the time to prepare for Wild Eye Week ahead of time, but I don't have a DVD player. So some of them will be, as you no doubt have figured out, some of them are Tubi selections. Also, for another review on Bunny, check out Joe from The Horror Man. He did a review of this a couple weeks ago. Okay, actually, I just cut out the little description under here. I actually wouldn't read that if I were you, to be honest. I go in blind. I go in blind, but no, this is part of the Wild Eye Raw and Extreme line. And it is a violent slasher film. It also has some torture elements. And it also has a number of misogynistic jerk-offs that will infuriate you. One of them, let's see, chief among them is, or he gets the most screen time at least, is Rick, played by Daniel Benedict, who is also the writer and the director. Now, we'll talk more about him at the end. But yeah, boy, you're going to hate him. The movie opens with a young wife confronting her husband about some cheating, and he responds in the worst possible way. And then we transition right to the future, where a group of young people, including Rick, are getting ready for a night out on Halloween. So another Halloween-themed movie for you here during Wild Eye Week. I didn't intend that, but this is one of at least 3 this week. You know, these are young adults. They're out doing some drinking, and we learn that Rick is a 2-timing jerk-off right off the bat. I mean, you cannot stand this guy, I'm telling you. So basically, Rick and some friends go out to a bar. They're doing some drinking. He's trying to juggle some different ladies. And they start to walk home, and they find a factory that used to be a certain type of a store, like a novelty store, that was like a costume store, and it had like adult videos and even toys. And his friend, might have been Chris, I think it might have been his friend Chris, it just freaks out. He's like, oh, I used to go there all the time when I was a kid. So they break in, even though a homeless guy comes up and, of course, admonishes them not to. And they start to wander around, and it's also kind of cool because they have some He-Man figures up on the pegs there, if you're paying attention, and which kind of makes sense if you know who Daniel Benedict is. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But and then, I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes in or so, they start to hear footsteps. And if you've seen the way Bunny is dressed, she's wearing these platform heels. It's quite an interesting outfit. And basically, she starts to, you guessed it, stalk them and pick them off. You also have another drunk, not friend, but admirer of Rick's, who catches up to the crew, and then I won't give it away, but there's some other visitors that show up, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's violent. It's got some really good kills. The acting is pretty good. It's about what you expect from something like this. Getting back to the kills, some of them were pretty good. There was some insides that looked a little bit like pulled pork to me. I think the straight blood was better, looked a lot better. Bunny has a variety of weapons that she uses. And at one point, they do stumble upon some videotapes, and they throw one in, and they see a scene of torture on the tape. So you should be warned if that kind of thing bothers you. But that doesn't go on for very long. And then there's about, I'm going to say, it says here an hour on IMDb. I think it was a little more than that, but what happens is you get about 50 minutes in, the credits start, and then you get a mid-credits scene that's probably about 10 minutes long, maybe even a little more, where they jump into the future. So there's a twist, and then there's another twist. And I think they were both pretty well done. Maybe you can figure them out ahead of time. Maybe not, but they were pretty well done. There's not much else to say about this. If you're into slashers, you might enjoy this. Certainly a different look for the killer than we're used to. Let's check out Daniel Benedict. He's a writer-director. He's got...
I now subscribe to his channel. Oh, I am subscribed. I am subscribed. Okay.
I wanted to mention he's got, look at all the He-Man stuff. He's made some short He-Man movies, and he's got a movie called The Bloody Man. Okay, yeah, here's the trailer for it. Now, I don't have any information about when it's coming out, but I am very interested in this. And apparently there's an action figure who's kind of like a He-Man type action figure in the story that's integral to the story somehow. So, oh look, there's a website. Oh, Red Serial Films, that seems to be his production company. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh yeah, so she was in Bunny, sure. Okay, yeah, I'm glad we got to, yeah, okay, so here's Red Serial Films, and I'm glad I was going to mention the music again. The music in all these Wild Eye films that I've done this week, it's all been very good. It's all been very solid. Okay, so there you go. Have some of his films. He's got this Fall of Grayskull. It's like a fan film. For those of you that are in the He-Man, you might want to check that out. And this is the new one coming out Tuesday night, and Lisa Wilcox in The Bloody Man, which looks like a nice throwback 80s style horror film. So I'll be interested to learn more about that. And there we go, guys. The movie Bunny, available on Tubi. Not for the squeamish, but I did enjoy it. And I'll see you next time.